I think that when we have a situation that many of the testifiers have indicated where we have a shortage of police officers, and certainly we always have a shortage of resources in government, that we need to make sure that we're not wasting those resources and be as efficient as possible. And these equipment stops, it appears to me, are a wasteful use of police resources, and plus unnecessarily intrusive into people's individual lives. I mean, we're not talking, remember, about people who are driving under the influence, who are speeding, are distracted or reckless driving. We're not talking about any of those stops. We're talking about when, your turn signal goes out suddenly. And we have plenty of data that shows that there are excessive stops in low-income neighborhoods, mainly where Black and brown people live. In fact, if we look at the situation with Philandro Castile, who was pulled over for I can't remember the reason, expired license plate, whatever it was, he actually had been pulled over 49 times in his very young life. So I spoke with John Choi, and some people call this jackpot policing. You're pulling over thousands of people hoping to hit the jackpot. And for every 100 people you pull over, maybe one or two has a weapon on them or contraband. To just understand this, I would compare it to a homeowner. The ordinance says your grass can't be any longer than 5 inches. Your grass is 6 inches. 100 homeowners have grass that's higher than 5 inches, and so the police decide they're going to do a search. They're going to search your house. And maybe they'll find contraband, or maybe they'll find guns. But what about those 98 people where they don't find anything in the car, in the house? How do they feel about the intrusiveness of their civil liberties in that situation? So, I think that we all have a responsibility, not just the police, not just the elected officials. John Choi is also an elected official, to look at why are we having this situation, these unnecessary interactions between police and our communities of color in particular, and what can we do to reduce that? Other countries send notices in the mail if you have a broken turn signal or a brake light, and avoid all that. And the police resources then can be focused on more serious crimes like drunken driving or reckless driving. It's really, and the studies have shown that that is very much more effective use of resources. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'll stand as long as I can.